Good morning. Last night was a very exciting night. My name is Dylan and I am the Plant City Picker. I sold several items on eBay and on Mercari and they were big sales. Super stoked. I sold a RC. It's a little it's actually really cool. What you do is you put this like little wrist thing on and it has a pointer finger thing, and that's how you control the RC. Like you do all these like hand movements and it like the car is like it was really cool because I wanted to test it before I sent it out. So I like charged it all up and got it all ready, cleaned it all down. I mean, it was brand new in bucks, but I just want to make sure. Sometimes people put stuff out for a yard sale and they leave it on tables and they put like tarps on it and I think it's okay. So anyway, it was awesome. And I bought it for $3. I actually bought two of them. I bought one for, that was blue, and I bought another one that was red. And so they're awesome, and I sold them for 30 bucks. Well, I sold one for 30 bucks so far. It's actually going to Guam, which makes me nervous. It's like a weird packing facility or something. So I don't know, maybe that's, Guam is a very, very small island. So I don't know. Give it a whirl. Worst case scenario, I have a problem and it's $3 I have to bite. The other sale that I made that was really good was a Audix D6 microphone. I found this at that guy's house just the other day, like last weekend actually. And he's a liquidator. So he does liquidation pallets, and I just held up the microphone. How much do you want this for this? He said $5. I was like, that is awesome. Did some comps on it, and maybe I'll slap a comp here. Okay, so maybe I'll get that lined up. But I sold it for $159.99. So stoked. So I spent $5 on a $159 item. Awesome. I did sell one other item. It was a laser tag set that I got at a yard sale. A woman originally wanted $10 for it. I asked for $5. She said sure, and I sold that for I think like $15, $17, something like that on Mercari. It sat for a little while. I mean, it was like 2 weeks that was in there. So I had a really exciting night last night. I stayed up way too late yet again. I was relisting things, just learning things about the program and the platforms. And I came to a couple realizations about how many platforms I'm running. So we're gonna talk about that today. I'm also gonna show you today what my setup is currently and what I'm going to be doing this weekend, because there are some huge yard sales starting on Friday. So today I'm preparing for all of that, shipping some items out, and just talking to you guys about my experience so far, and I'm gonna show you what I have for a setup. I honestly did this whole video yesterday, and I just didn't like how any of it turned out. I didn't like the lighting. I didn't like the way I was talking. I didn't like anything. And later on in the day, I had a sandwich that just didn't agree with me, probably because I sat in the car for a couple hours in the hot sun in Florida while I was inside of a Goodwill trying to find some stuff to thrift. Yeah, that's probably it. So after I ate that, I didn't feel so well, and I just ended up going to bed for like a long nap. And then after that, I just was like all day. So I'm redoing the whole video. So anyway, let me pack up some stuff. I gotta get everything ready. I also have an error. I have an issue down at the post office. The issue is that the package hasn't left the post office. So, and this is an OfferUp item. And I'm gonna talk about how I'm working all these platforms and my experience with them and what I'm gonna be doing about it, because it's kind of problematic to list something on one and then, like for example, Poshmark, you know what, I'll talk about it later, okay? I wanna kind of like think about how I'm gonna say this. So anyway, let me talk about it later, let me get my crap together, and then I'll get back together with you in just a moment. See you soon. All right, so I told you I would show you my setup. So it's very basic, it's very simple. There's not a whole lot going on here. Literally started like 3 weeks ago. So this is what I got. I got a little bit of background in photography, so I have some of the photography gear already. That was pretty easy. Although I really just use my phone 90% of the time. For me to photograph it on my Canon and then like download it, it will download as a raw file, and then I'll have to convert it into a JPEG. It's just a pain in the butt. Like, yeah, I'll probably get way better pictures, but that's just a pain in the butt. That's like too many processes to go through. So I just use my phone as far as photography. And then I have this backdrop here, just a big piece of paper. I had it from probably some art stuff that I was doing. And then I have like a little ring light that I just purchased on Amazon. It was Amazon Prime Week recently, so I purchased that for like 15 bucks, super simple. And that's what I use for photography. I mean, I just set things up over here. Brittany, my wife, she is starting to kind of get into it and the whole eBay thing. And so she sets up like way cuter backdrops with like, you know, little piece plants and stuff like that, and little wooden backboards and stuff. Super cute, really adorable. I'm sure a lot of people will really like that, but I had read and seen that a lot of people just do a white backdrop and that brings you to the top quicker, I guess, and it is better for just the algorithm, I guess. So to each their own. Let's see what goes more often, the cuter pictures or the basic pictures. I'm a basic bro, so I'm just gonna do the white backdrop, make it easy. As far as other setup stuff, let's take a look-see. So this room is a little bit destroyed because well, first of all, I had a couple orders this morning, and so I don't have much of an organizational process. So everything's just kind of in totes, and I had to tear it all apart this morning. Also, this is our spare room, and because I had mentioned that this is a 100-year-old house, we literally have like 2 closets in this whole house. The attic is way too hot to put anything in, and there's too much like insulation up there and wires and stuff like that to make that possible. And then the shed, I have to be really selective what I put in there. Probably like golf clubs and stuff like that, maybe if I get there. But like, I can't put toys out there or anything, or definitely not clothing. So this is the room that's going to be used. So anyway, this is what it is. Also, like I mentioned, I'm getting my windows replaced. So they just replaced them. They just put all the texture, and now we're trying to figure out what colors we want. So some of this house, we just bought the house like a year ago. This is our first house, and we're just trying to do all the things that we want to do. And it's just, the windows took literally a year. I am not even exaggerating. From the day that I purchased them to the day that they were installed, it has taken a year. And not only that, but there's a bunch of problems with the insulation. So it has been a year. So finally they're in. They still have to replace another window in the back of the house that they damaged. It's been a nightmare. It, like, every single weekend I have like 5 guys who show up to my house. They completely destroy the house. They run their shoes throughout the house. There's dust everywhere. There's spackle. There's debris. They've taken stuff out. My AC bill is going through the roof because they're doing it in the middle of the summer, even though they told me it was going to be done last October. I mean, that was forever ago. So here it is, almost a year after the day that they said it was going to be done, and they're still working on them. So anyway, that's the situation with the house. This is the situation with my organization. All right, super simple. This is the pile right here, okay? This is the amoeba of stuff. So I just put everything in totes right now. I have like 8 totes. So I put all these things in totes. All the clothing and stuff like that, I wash before they go in there, and all the shoes, they all get scrubbed down before they go in there. Anything that's in these totes is ready for sale. They've all been photographed, they've all been taken care of, and so that's what those totes are. I got some more tote here, another tote there. I got some larger items that don't fit in totes, like the Limar, I think it's called, Limar Landscapes Village. Yeah, Limax Village Landscapes. So those are a little too big to put in there. I got a couple there, I got another one down there. I got a big Christmas tree I was trying to throw up on OfferUp. Nobody's obviously gonna snag that. Right now it's not even remotely close to Christmas. So even though I went to the store the other day and they are putting Christmas stuff out already. That's what I got for a setup. And shipping. So this morning, for example, shipping has been problematic, I guess. It's not super problematic. I mean, it's just me. I just don't know what I'm doing. So, like, for example, I'll put something up on eBay and I'll just like overweigh it. I'll just be like, this weighs about 4 pounds. Okay. And then I put it up, and then a couple days later, I'll get it sold, and I'll put it in a box and pack it and all this other stuff. And then it's like, oh, that wasn't 4 pounds. That was 3 pounds, even with all the packaging and stuff. So I will have to change. And what I do is I go in and I like look at what the cheapest option is, not only for the customer, but you know, I also get discounts. So I'm looking at like what the cheapest option is for mostly the customer. So this morning I put one up online, or I sold one online. The shipping said like 2 pounds, and then the item is like 11 ounces. I don't know why it might have been late. I might have just gone with whatever eBay had already offered. But anyway, I wanted to drop it. And I was looking at the scale and I thought it said 1.1, like 1 pound, 1 ounce. It wasn't, it was 11 ounces. So I had to go through the process of voiding that and then getting a new label, and that was a problem. And then I went to go do another label, and now it's all of a sudden saying, sorry, eBay's having a problem, come back later. And I'm like, I don't want to come back later. I want to print these labels now so I can move on with my day. So that's what's going on with the label thing. So as far as shipping, this is what I've been working with. I primarily have been using, priority mail flat rate boxes. I try to use them as often as possible. But it seems like really... maybe that would just be easier. I don't know. Just put everything in a flat rate box. I don't know. I feel like some things are like not worth it to put in the flat rate box. I try as much as I can, but my backup is normally like Amazon boxes I get from the grocery store, Walmart, stuff like that. Even the school, like for example, we get all kinds of packages at the school, so I'll probably end up using those. I went to Walmart and I was looking at packing supplies, and then I realized how expensive all the packing supplies are at Walmart. Just for the time being, I probably order a bunch of stuff online. If I go up to another subscription with eBay, then I can actually get quarterly like coupons for shipping materials, I guess. And I'm not at that platform yet, but it seems like it might happen really soon because I'm paying $7 a month right now. I could do $4 a month if I do a yearly subscription, but I just really wanted to see how this was turning out. The next platform up is like $21.99 or something like that a month. And as much as that's not that expensive, I'm like, I don't know. It's not that expensive. I'm 3 weeks in, and I just don't know what I want to commit myself into yet. So I'm just starting off here. So I was Walmart looking at packing supplies, and I found this stuff. Actually, what's her name? Homeschooling picker, homeschooler, whatever. She actually bought some of this stuff not long ago. It's just masking paper, I guess, for painting, and it's like $2 or $3. So this is what I use. The material is a little bit thinner, but it works, and it's a little bit easier to handle, and it's way cheaper than any other packing stuff. Whenever I get Amazon stuff into the mail, I always try to keep all of like the bubble wrap and all these like little air bags. I try to keep them all just to use for this process, obviously. So that whenever we get something in the mail and it's got like styrofoam wrapped around it, I'll keep that. So that's what I'm using for shipping stuff. Just basic. It's a tiny little box right now. I see people who have like an entire like garage filled with packing supplies, and I just have this tiny little box right now. So that's my collection of stuff. There's the packaging stuff. There's the stuff, the photography stuff. So, and then of course I have to weigh everything. So I've been weighing everything with just a basic little 5-pound maximum scale. This scale I got at Goodwill for like $6. Just so happens I was literally on the way to Walmart to buy one, and I went to Goodwill just to start digging, and ta-da, there's a scale right there. So that worked out well. And then for anything that's any heavier, I just have like a little step-on scale that I can step on. The only reason I have it out here is because I have a bunch of Atari games that I'm about to sell, like a whole lot of them, and I wanted to make sure the shipping was accurate on that because it's one of my first like heavier boxes, and I don't want to screw anybody over on packaging, shipping prices, and I don't want to screw myself on shipping prices. And so I'm just trying to be as accurate as possible. I know there's a lot of people probably doing eBay now and doing all this sorts of stuff, And I'm sure there's a lot of scammers out there and dishonest people out there, and I'm just trying to be the most honest and best person I can at this, because I want this to work for the long haul, hopefully. So we'll see. So that's the setup. It's really simple, nothing much. I'm trying to like look around and see if there's anything else. I mean, I just have like a whole tote of like DVDs. I just have some stuff in there. I got tape measure right here. I use that to measure all my stuff before I ship it out to make sure it's all the right size. I also put the tape measure or a ruler, for example, in my photos to kind of show the size of items. I use this little cup often to like prop up shoes, little tiny plush things. I put the little plush guy to sit on there so you can see the whole thing. At the top of my photography stand here, I have a little string, and that's what I hang my coat hanger on. I have like a little wooden coat hanger that I use, and that is when I put the shirts on or pants on. I want to get a coat hanger with little clips on it and a little bar that goes below it so I can do shorts a little more evenly, because when I get some shorts that are just too big, they don't really hang on that thing very well. I was doing, well, I am doing Poshmark and those things so to the school, and I didn't have many colors, so I just kind of like used them for some other things. But I've been using the construction paper for like Poshmark, wrapping up the goods and those things, because I feel like that's the clientele. Like that's like they want like super cheap crap, but they really want it for like, they want it to look cute when it comes in the mail. I don't know. I'm going to talk about all the different platforms that I'm working today as well, and I'm going to talk about how what my plan is with all of those, because I don't think I'm going to do all of these. It's kind of a nightmare to figure it all out. I already have a problem with OfferUp. I brought a package down to USPS and it never left, and now like I'm already having a problem. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna get some of these packages mailed out. I'm gonna try to figure out what this issue is with this mailing label, and then I am going to ship them out tomorrow, Friday. Super stoked. Tons of yard sales locally. So I'm gonna talk about that later as well. I gotta get some stuff done. Be right back. Real quick, I forgot to mention this. Shipping labels. I had mentioned it a couple times. Shipping labels, I have a printer buried underneath here. Here we go. I gotta get that bad boy set up. It's an old one. I don't even know if the ink's even dried up or not. I might even just find a new one at like a yard sale or something. But what I end up doing most of the time is I just show up to the post office with the QR code, and that's like the best thing. I'm only shipping like 2 or 3 packages a day right now, so it's not really a problem for me to stand in line and just, you know, hand them my phone and they scan it and then that's it. But soon I would like to get a printer, because honestly going there, standing in line, waiting for everybody to scan them is still kind of a pain in the butt. The post office is literally like 2 miles down the road, so it's not that big of a deal, but I'm looking at scaling, you know, I'm looking at getting bigger, and I'm looking at minimizing the amount of time, because like I said in yesterday or 2 days ago's film or whatever, I was, it's about how many hours I'm putting into this. The amount of hours I put into this and the amount of money I get out is super important. I can't put 60 hours a week into this and only be making a little bit of money on top of the fact that I'm teaching all school year. So, oh, Indica. That's one of my pups. Hey, girl. Yeah, oh, girl. Oh. She looks cute, but oh my God. And since we're doing introductions, I hand family pets. Hey, big boy. This is Cairo. Hi, Cairo. He's my baby. Oh, yes. And now they start playing, because any type of attention in their direction, they are going to play. And they're going to get rowdy, and they're going to get loud, and any sort of attention. So anyway, still having problems with the eBay shipping label, so I gotta get that figured out. Might have to just ship it tomorrow. I don't know. It's going to Guam. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. I'll be right back. We'll talk about more stuff. Bye. All right, chilling in my car. I actually just left Bank of America. I opened a new checking account. I want to keep my numbers, my money, my finances all separated. I want to make sure that this is financially viable. So there's two options essentially. There was the option to either creating a checking account that's joined up with my regular checking account, and that's it, just plain Jane. In order to avoid a $12 maintenance fee every month, it has to have $1,500 in it or more. So I'm just treating this as like seed money. I'm not even going to spend that money. That money is just literally to open that account. It's to transfer everything over. That's all. So it's that $1,500 is just there to open the account. What I'll end up doing is I'm going to end up spending cash, and right now, because that's what I have, I save money throughout this school year. My wife pays me all the bills in cash because she works as a server, and I just put it into the savings account or the safe every day or every month or whatever. And when that accumulates up, what happens is at the end of the year, when I go on summer break, I take that money out, and some of that money is used for me to pay the bills while I am not working. So as a teacher, I have two options. I can either get paid for 10 months or I can get paid for 12 months, but they're just taking it out of the 10-month salary. They're just kind of like taking a percentage out and then drawing out across the next 2 months. So because I always do a lot of side hustles in the summertime, I don't really have to worry too much about it, and I would rather get a full check for 10 months than whatever. So anyway, I transferred $2,000 over to the account as seed money, $1,500 to open the account essentially, and then another $500 just in case we want to pull money out. I'm gonna make Brittany also a joint person on this account so that she can, if she sees an estate sale that she wants to go to and she wants to withdraw $200 or $300 and then go spend it at the estate sale, and then put whatever's left over back in the account, she can. Or shipping supplies or anything like that. Those are all options. So I started a month ago, but I have generated over the $600 threshold that is necessary. So after $600, you need to start claiming taxes on it. I've worked on a bunch of different platforms, and eBay is the one that I'm making the most money on, and Mercari is like runner-up. So I'm gonna actually, I'm actually gonna ditch OfferUp, Poshmark. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. It's just too much. There's just too many platforms. Honestly, I hate Poshmark. It's just not for me. I don't sell enough clothes to be on Posh. So I'm just gonna ditch it. Maybe I'll keep the account open and just watch things kind of bleed out through there, but I'm not adding any more posts there. Maybe some clothes from time to time. I don't know, but I don't really want to work with it very much anymore. So, and then OfferUp, I'm just having problems with it, and I've had very little sales with it so far. So, I mean, again, 3 weeks, but I don't really give any sales or offers, and the sales that I get are just weird, and like I'm at the post office now. I gotta drop off these extra packages here, and the 2 packages I've already sent out through OfferUp have already had problems. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong or what OfferUp's doing wrong, but I just kind of like was using OfferUp kind of like Facebook Marketplace. If somebody wanted to buy something that was big and bulky and I didn't want to mail it, then I could do that. I don't know, but I need to minimize the amount of platforms that I'm using because it's just too much, and it takes forever to list everything. It takes so long to list on all these different platforms. So this lady literally has an entire like empty parking lot to park in, and she decided to park like 6 inches away from my car. So annoying. That's Tampa for you. Anyway, let me get these packages mailed up and sent out. And oh, before I go, the other option for, sorry, I'm a little off track, but the other option for opening a bank account also was a business account. The business account, it has all these other benefits, which is great, but you have to end up getting like a business number and all these other things, and I don't know if this is that serious yet. It's worth it for me to transfer $2,000 over to another account that I'm not spending any of. It's literally still just my savings. It's worth it to do that, but it's not worth it to like start really diving into this other stuff. So if I start making more than like 5 or 10 grand for the year, then yeah, I'll open a business account. We'll do all that. That's fine. But I don't want to do that quite yet. I'm just trying to make it so everything's separated, because everything's getting all jumbled up in my bank account and I can't really figure out what I'm profiting, what I'm not profiting, what's going on. So how much am I being charged? Am I being double charged? Like it's all being mixed in with all my regular stuff, and it's hard to figure out all those things. So I just opened the second account just to make it easier on myself. So anyway, those are the two options: personal account or a business account. I went to the personal account, transferred again a couple $1,000 over just to make it easy. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna mail these guys out, and then I don't know, maybe I'll go to Goodwill around the corner. The Goodwill around here sucks, so maybe not. I have gotten a couple good things recently. I'm just anxious. I'm anxious for the weekend. I'm anxious to like start buying stuff over the weekend and finding good deals. And Goodwill they don't have many good deals, so sometimes they do. Anyway, I gotta move this. I gotta get this stuff going. All right, bye. So now you know where I'm at as far as all my stuff, how it's going. You know what the finances are so far. I guess I can go a little more in depth with the finances. I probably spent, I haven't really calculated, I probably spent maybe like no more than $600. Let's say that. I'm really hoping if I calculate it, it's like $450 to $500, $550 at max. But I'm just gonna say $600. $600 is what I invested, and as of right now, I have already accrued all my money back between all the platforms. So I don't find that a bad investment. And obviously I have a huge stockpile of inventory, so I think I'm doing pretty good so far. I want to make things a little bit more streamlined. Like I said, I want to get my printer up and running. I want to do a bunch of other things. But as far as what I have currently, that's what I got. So I just wanted to update you on what it is that I have right now. The other days was goals and ambitions on what I want to do with this. And I definitely know I'm going to need more space. We'll figure it out as we go. So anyway, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a crap ton of yard selling. I'm going to be bringing my phone with me, obviously. I'm going to try to get as much video as I can as I go, but I can't guarantee anything. Saturday, my wife and I are going to go again, and then we're just going to start listing. I'm out of things to list. I've been just finding random things around the house. I have an old cell phone that I list. I had to reformat it, obviously, and I have another old cell phone that I list. My wife found a watch that she bought online, and then now she has an old watch that she never even put on that she wants to get rid of. And so, you know, there's some stuff I'm going to list around the house, but in the most part, I'm like out, and I just want to keep listing. Sales are good, so why stop? See you tomorrow. Smash the like button, subscribe, do all those sorts of things for me. It definitely helps out. And obviously check out the eBay page. Check out the Mercari page. So, oh, and the Atari games, I got somebody on the Hook forum. They offered $100. I wanted $125. I bought them for $70. I really should have just let it go, but I offered $115 back, and I have an hour and a half, or he has an hour and a half, or she has an hour and a half to decide if they want that counter offer. And if they don't, it's okay. No big deal. I have a lot of watchers and a lot of views on eBay. So anyway, again, smash the subscribe, like, all that sorts of stuff. Comment. Tell me how I'm doing. Tell me if this is a mistake. Tell me to stop spending my money on dumb stuff. Anyway, I've got to move the cars back because I just mowed my beautiful lawn. I've put everything off to the side since I started this. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.